Welcome to another Tech Tip Tuesday video. Today I want to talk about Google Jamboard, which is a relatively new product added to the Google Suite, and it's available on Chromebooks as well as on iPads. This video is going to focus on the Chromebook version or the web version. So I'm just anywhere, you need to just navigate anywhere where you can get to the Google App Launcher, and you're going to look for the Jamboard symbol, which sort of looks like a J, a yellowish J, and just click on that to launch. As it's loading here, Google Jamboard is essentially a collaborative whiteboard space that you can use and that you can share with others, or students can share with one another, giving them an interactive and a collaborative space to work digitally. So you see here, these are all my Jamboards that I currently have. And you can go to any of them, or you can also start a new one. In this video, I'm just going to focus on the basic layout. So I'm going to go ahead and, click on the little plus symbol down here in the bottom right-hand corner. It's going to open up a new jam for me, a new Jamboard. And this is the basic interface for the web version. Across the top of the screen, this is the navigation. This is where you have the frames. I'm going to expand that. You see I only have one frame in this Jamboard. I believe the maximum number of frames you can have is 20. If I needed to add another frame, I could simply click on the plus symbol, and there's my other frame, and I can navigate by dropping down this menu and by selecting and clicking on that. I'm going to come back here to the interface. You'll see across the top here, there's some options for different backgrounds, so you can select how the you have a few different ways that you can lay out the background of your Jamboard. You want a color, or you just want it to be black and white, or excuse me, white. There's my white background. On the left-hand side of the screen are the different tools that you have available. Essentially, you have a pen, and you see that you have different types of pens. There's a pen, there's the marker, there's the highlighter, and then this is the paintbrush. You have some color choices. The next option here is your eraser. This here is your selector, your mouse, if you will. And then you have sticky notes that you can add, and you simply click on that, and you simply type what you want to type. You can change the color of it, and then click save, and it's going to put that onto your frame, and then you can move that around. You do have some ability to change the size of it. You don't have a ton of formatting options. You can pivot it a little bit, you can duplicate it, or you can delete it, edit it if you need to. The next option is just to add an image. Click on that to basically add an image. It'll access your files. You can either go to Google Drive, or you could do an upload, or you can also do a Google search if you want to add an image. You basically have the same ability to edit images as you do a sticky note. You can make them bigger, you can turn them, you can duplicate them. The next option is to add different shapes. So you see the kind of shapes that you can add right here. They're listed right here. And then this is a relatively new tool. It's a text box. So you can simply add a text box. Looks a little different than the sticky notes. You do have some ability then to change the size of the text and or the color of the text and the alignment of the text. And then the last little tool is the laser pointer. And this is good if you're trying to do some sort of interactive lesson and you have students who are attending or are viewing this digitally while you're doing a Google Meet of some sort. By activating the laser, your mouse becomes a little red dot, and then by clicking and holding on your mouse pad, it kind of draws this little line that disappears. So if you wanted to draw your students' attention to a particular point or a place on the frame, you could use that and activate it. And again, as I said to you earlier, this is a collaborative space, so it's something that can be shared. And so you have the share button up here in the upper right-hand corner. You select that, and this will give the option of sharing this Jamboard. And again, you could share it and give students view-only rights, or you could share it and give students editing rights. So there's all sorts of possibilities of things you could use Google Jamboard for. In a future video, we'll look at some possibilities of how you could utilize Google Jamboard, but that's a quick little introduction of Google Jamboard.